Hey there, what's going on, drivers? This is the rules for all my people out there, my fellow operators. This is the consulting, and this is the rules for drivers, and please pay close attention. Read all these rules of the road carefully. If you simply follow them, you just to make the great money with us or with any company you work with. Okay, look, I'm a great guy, I'll do anything for you. I'll tell you up front that we have GPS and all. We even let you know if you do anything wrong, and if you don't follow the rules, I won't get mad and fine you or reprimand you. I'll simply let you go. Now, we have a lot of money to be made. I will have the lot inspected, and an inspector every Sunday will check these vehicles at 2 p.m. to see the fleet to make sure everything is tight and right. Everything's been reloaded, cleaned with cups, napkins, business cards in them, and all counters wiped down at the end of the night. You got to remember, the first thing is the smell of the car when people get it. It's fresh, super clean. That's the way it's got to be. Everyone must text the dispatch. You'll have that number. If you don't have that number, you need to ask your manager, and he'll give you the number. After vacating with every trip, it's a must. We must know where you are at all times. GPS is recording all the time. Find a place to park, stay there, or return back to the lot. Save gas and try not to idle in the hot or cold weather. Cold isn't that bad with the heat, or we'll both be out of a trip. You don't want to overheat 95 degrees in the summer. Use your head. We don't get paid when you don't get paid if we don't get paid. So it's easy. You got to make sure everything's super tight and right. We'll also do a conference call if we ever have a problem with the client, the driver, and myself or whoever the manager of the company is. And they will then go ahead and say what they're going to do about it, take care of the client in the situation. Remember one thing, please put your miles on your envelope or the log sheet on the visor. Fleet manager will show you how to do it and all, okay? It's very important that you do that. When you enter in a limo, set your stages. Set your switches for the radio. Fader might be right, left, or forward, back. Too much bass, too much treble, etc. Don't forget you get heat, air, napkins. Set them all. In the cups, set your stage before you depart. Clean vehicle after every trip. That's right. Grab your garbage bag. Empty them bottles that are just sitting up on the bar. They're going to spill. You don't want to have that. It's going to give you a bad beer smell, and you got to clean it up. Make sure you do this in between the trips and even after the trips. Clorox wipes on them all those counters. Plus, make sure you restock with your cups, napkins, business card, etc. When you're done with your situation, fill the vehicle back up. Make sure you check any fluids. If it actually gets to the oil lube places, it gets all done. Do your envelope and drop the cash at the bank and leave the envelopes in the stockroom on a desk or wherever you are told to drop it. You reload it all and make sure you have the deposit with the credit card that is provided with every limousine into the bank direct. Remember one thing, take off slow, drive slow, look out both side mirrors at all times, make wide turns and do it slowly, stop slowly, and turn slowly. If a bride's got a $20,000 dress on and she spills the red wine, we are in trouble, or you're in trouble. You just bought that dress. You don't have to buy it, you could just leave. Write down all your maintenance needs on the envelope, and you personally call it into the fleet manager. And he will make sure that it gets into the repair shop each and every Monday so it's set and ready for the next week. Dress code, black slacks, white shirt, black tie, or do a red tie, that's fine. Look nice. Smell good with some nice cologne. Suit and tie would be nice for weddings, that's what I want. You could do tuxedos too if you wish. Winter, you're welcome to wear your black leather, your overcoat or whatever. If you want big tips, get a chauffeur's hat, get some white gloves, and blow their minds. Not necessary on all trips, only if you want to really make that big impression. No one shall ever ride up front with the driver, like friends or anyone. If it is a training officer, or the office must know and they must have told you to go ahead and do a training. Dress code for the trainee, too. Roll out the red carpet for all weddings. Shut down the car and sit. Don't overheat. Stand inside the church. Crack all your windows 1 inch. So this way, when you do come out, the flow will still keep going through and it won't be as bad that you don't get it all chilled out again. But don't overheat it. Enjoy the church, stand in the cool or whatever. Watch the vehicle at all times. You're responsible. Someone walks by and kicks it or keys it, you bought it. You don't have to buy it. You could quit. Police report for any damages and all damages. I mean, if it's a tiny little scratch, of course, you don't have to worry about that. But I mean, if you got to, damage the vehicle, you got to make a police report. It's very important. We got to have the report number, okay? So please do that. Limo starts on a full tank, return it on full. Regular unleaded is fine. Wash or reload your cups and napkins and $1 million bills or your business cards inside the glasses and napkins that are peeked out at a tip. Like a real nice napkin with the card in it. Preload and stack inside one another so when you're done, you can just reload in 3 minutes. That's what I do. I just fold the napkin, stick them in the cup, put the million, put another cup, another cup, another cup until it's a stack this high. All I got to do at the end of the night, throw out all the stuff and reload. And done in 3 minutes. You just got to, have your knack at it and get it going because you got to keep it tight and right. It's your limo. Half of it's the actor, half of it's the person who's, the beautiful limousine that you're inside. You have garbage bags, use them for the empties, just like in airlines. We get cups, napkins, cards, and everything else in the stock room if ever needed. So, the fleet manager will bring the vehicles to all the oil lube places regularly to make sure fluids are topped and air pressure in the tires. Very, very important. All the fluids must be up to par, and just the air level must be tight in all 4 tires. Or in some cases, with our limos, it's 6, 8, 10 tires. But we'll put it together. Just make sure they're always checked out. The fleet manager will also bring them in if they have a repair that needs to be done. It'll take care of it. So, and they'll also keep track on the computer to let you know that every vehicle that's going to be due every 3,000 miles. That's very important so they don't just keep changing the oil. They keep track of it. When you pull in, just say, hey, just check the fluids, please. That'd be great. Thank you so much. And be very kind to everyone we work with, okay? It's very important. These people are great people. We have a great relationship with everyone we work with. And we want you too, the driver or the fleet manager, or the assistant fleet manager, to be good with it as well. If you're ever on a road, you got a problem, you can't start the car, get a jump. If no luck, get it towed. Fleet manager will supply you with the tow number, and it'll be on the visor, or just give him a call. You should always have these numbers on you. Get your tow numbers for Chicago, Tampa, the Keys, wherever your location is. Make sure you talk to your fleet manager, and they'll go ahead and give you the information on it. Write these numbers down. You're definitely going to need them one day. When you have a gap in between trips, sit somewhere and don't burn gas. My GPS is running all the time. Limos must sit. Not while they're not making money. I have GPS on all the vehicles. Do not give anyone a ride without texting or calling the office first. Then only if the office approves, you could take them around for a little ride up to an hour max for 100 plus 20 tip or something. Always text the office or call the office first, and we'll go ahead. As long as the time matches, you're good to go, and we'll just go ahead and put it on your envelope. It's always $100 per hour plus tip, $20, and you say it to them like that. All right, very good. Also, keep in mind overtime. This is the deal. Read it carefully and remember, the customer has a 5-minute grace period for hourly or flats. These are the only 2 types of rates that we use, hourly or flats, point A to point B, no stopping, no waiting. Just what it says. Please charge them or I will charge you. If they go past 5-minute grace and you fail to charge them, then you will pay the overtime. If you can't, it's considered theft of services. You will be charged. Trust me, Don't ever steal from this company. We will prosecute you to the highest of the law. We've done it in the past and we'll do it again. It's not worth the felony charges. Remember, hourly, if your customer goes past a 5-minute grace, you must charge a full hour rate. It is on your trip sheet. Check it out. It's called OT. Enter it. If the customer has anything to say about it, tell them GPS is on the car and they need to call the office and talk to management on Monday only. Management works Monday through Friday, period. They will be more than happy to take care of them. Management is very, very fair. Especially in one of Limo Bob's companies around the country. We've been in 40 years in business. We take care of anyone if there's a boo-boo. I suggest anyone out there does the same. You know, they're told up front in the limousine that it's COD in cash upon arrival. Remember, in God we trust, all others pay cash upon arrival. They made their deposit on their credit card of $200 or whatever you charge. The balance is due in cash upon arrival. The driver will not move the vehicle until it's paid. If they refuse to pay, you leave. Tell them you're only the driver and you can't move the wheels without cash in hand. Tell the management they'll be in on Mondays through Fridays. And all customers have been told they have to pay with cash upon arrival. You know, tell them they're very happy to speak with you, very fair people, and you're just a chauffeur. That's your only job that you're doing. You're only responsible for driving. Flat rates. Now remember, they're from point A to point B. No stopping, no waiting. If they stop, they must pay an additional hour that'll be added to their rate. So if they come out later than 5-minute grace period, they need to be charged the full hour. There are no more rates. This is it. We are not in business to let people go past the time they book, nor allow more people in that limo that it was contracted for. You are the enforcer of the rules. You are the captain of the land yacht, the ship. If they get out of line, trip over. I am the rule maker. Tell the client that. You're the enforcer. Or call 911 if they want a free ride to jail in a paddy wagon. Failure to do so, we will charge you the money. If GPS shows us that you went past the 5-minute grace, if they don't pay, trip over. Time to vacate, or 6 minutes past, charge a full hour. The full hour, it's easy. It's $100 plus tip. Unless you get a bigger group of people, look at the rate card. You'll see what we charge by the hour. All right, but $100 an hour will cover people for up to 14, because that's where we give people specials. Very important. You know, here's another thing, driver. If you commit to doing a trip, you must do the trip. If you can't, then you find another driver to do the trip for you. That's right. My secretaries, their job is to book reservations, book them, and get the things going. Your job is to make sure that you cover them when it comes to a limo. There's no problem. We have plenty of drivers because they love making great money around here. So if you commit, you make sure you give your secondary driver a call and go ahead and have them cover the trip for you. And we'll go ahead and everything will be great. Just make sure the notice goes to the office and to that driver. And as long as it's one of our drivers, we don't have a problem with that. Okay? We like to know 2 weeks in advance if you're taking off a weekend or so, or you must get another driver to cover your time off. We want to keep one driver in each limo, and we'll always have a part-time spare driver for that vehicle as well. That'll be the secondary driver. Hey, enjoy your success with this limousine company or whatever limousine company you're working with. I'm Limo Bob with limobob.com. And don't forget, not only are we located in Chicago, we're also located in Florida, in Tampa Bay, and the Florida Keys. And don't forget to check us out, all 4 points of the United States. We're in LA, that's where we build our limos, and we also have limousines to rent. And we're also in New York, where we rent out some really wild and crazy limos as well. So Chicago, Tampa, New York to LA, and even down through the Florida Keys. We're ready to help you out. Land, sea, or air. Let us take you there. We've been in business for over 40 years. We're 5 decades, 3 generations of limousine